Welcome back, everybody. So potentially those elephants did find something there then. Maybe he already chased them off. So it'd be interesting to see if Tristan can follow up. So I think they crossed into the back area of the Milwati and we were in the front part. But, let's say quite interesting because the other females didn't really try and catch up with them very quickly. And happy dung day to everybody as well. Apparently a lot of toileting animals with Tristan. Well, you know what my feelings are on the dung thing, so I can learn a lot. So we back here at the carcass, and it looks like they have opened it up, and there's one of the females to our left here. Please don't come toilet here. Sure. I'm very grateful for that, because it does smell. I think worse than the carcass. I think the carcass has dried out a bit. But I've just seen she's got a bit of a bloody ear, so perhaps she's been in a little bit of a fight. Perhaps that's what we were hearing. I'm wondering if we could maybe have a look. The vultures are starting to come a little bit closer than they were yesterday. There's one taking its chance. Hooded vulture. On the smallest of trees. But there's quite a few around here now. They're all dotted around in the big trees. But these lions are on top of the carcass. I'm trying to work out if the cubs are actually sleeping in that position.
The one on the right is eating.
Yeah, the one on the right is definitely eating, but the one on the left, it almost looks like... Bless you. Bless you. Oh, there's the big boy. That's who's been sneezing. Just behind the vulture. So where the vulture was, just to the left. It's the tree to the left of it. Yeah, you've got him in view.
Okay.
Trying to work out who was sneezing and why the cubs were watching. Where are you going, mister? Behind the termite mound. Wild safari man saying, can't believe that carcass was a live buffalo 48 hours ago. And it's absolutely incredible. I say they're on day 2. I think they've probably got another day, if that, to feed. And then it will be literally bones. You can see, that's quite a big rack of ribs. Are we having a braai tonight, guys? Mm-hmm. Ooh, the wind's just changed. That is pretty strong.
But I think that's done, no?
I think it's a mixture.
Yeah.
But the wind did just change, my word. Whew. Now, I'm just watching what the male's doing behind the termite mound. He poked his head out. I think he's just flopped down behind the termite mound. But the cubs are watching him. We'll see what happens. Steve. Hi, Steve. Wondering if the hyenas might have tried to come and get the carcass yet. Possibly. That could possibly be why the Birmingham boys came in. They might have heard the hyenas. Oh no, he has moved off actually. I can see him. It's much further. Heading north. Let's say cubs watching where he's going. But if they have done, obviously the pride have kept their prize. They are still here. I didn't hear any lions calling. Did you hear lions calling last night, Seb? No?
No.
Nothing. I didn't hear anything.
Actually, no, I think I might have, just like quite late in the night.
Oh, okay. Maybe because the females have had their fill, they felt like they could invite the boys in now. Hi, Laurie. Laurie asking if the Birmingham boys have access to the sticks and the Nkuhumas, the females, and I would say so. I think I'd need to check with Tristan where the Birmingham boys' territory, how far it encompasses, but I think they will cross over with the sticks by the sounds of it. The sticks might be up here. They were always around this area. Do you know where the Birmingham boys, how far south they get to?
Not sure, no.
No, maybe the viewers can help us out as well. How far the Birmingham boys patrol. So I was trying to think of the best word to use there. Hello, beautiful girl. Oh, is that Amber Eyes? Yeah. Oh, she really does have stunning eyes. Oh, it's a hard life being a lioness. Say we're what? 3 meters away from Africa's top predator. How incredible. This never gets old. Thanks, Dave. Dave confirming that the territory does incorporate the sticks, as well as the Nkuhumas, as well as the Torchwood Pride, who are further east from where we are now. The sticks, they always used to operate further south, and the Nkuhumas kind of the west and the north, and it sounds like that's still the case. Now, these female lions have decided to come to us. So they, as I say, that's one of the big things. That's one of the big things about keeping the respect with the animals, is we try not to infringe on. Sure. It's such an awkward little point. Oh, some people were wondering if he was actually stuck. It looks like the cubs managed to free itself anyway. So yeah, we try not to infringe on their space. So we watch what they're saying and try and keep our distance where possible. And then if it's up to them to come to us, then that's up to them. But then it's on their ground. And that helps to keep them nice and relaxed. Apparently there's a piece of really good meat in there. Now, I was asked yesterday if I've ever known a cub to get stuck in a carcass, and I said, well, I've not heard of it. And then someone did post a video of a cub who did get its head stuck, tried to go into, well, obviously where the soft tissue is in the anus, and it got its head in and could not get out again. But the rest of the carcass was open, so I think it would have got out eventually. I think the skin would have stretched, but quite an interesting video to watch. A typical cat, thinking it can get into places where its whiskers are telling it no. Yeah, Jeremiah definitely thinks the cub's going about it the wrong way. But you know what? I'm not going to go up and tell it that. I'll let it figure it out for itself. Yeah, these vultures are starting to come in a little bit closer now, hoping to get dibs on that meat as soon as those lions move away. Whoa, that was a big growl. Stations, got 2 stations in the Ngala lock on the Bamba. Are we hearing that low growl? I can't work out who is actually growling. Because that sounds like a decent growl. Someone's gonna get tetchy very shortly. How's that for a manoeuvre? That's like typical kids. I'm sure any parent sitting at home watching this now gone, yeah, my kids have done that. And one wants something and the other one's in the way. I think what we might do, now that the other vehicle has moved, we might go around the other side and try and get a view from that side. I'm just going to mess with my keys just so these ladies next to us know that we're going to move, so we don't startle them. Just wait for the other vehicle to move. Yeah, you see, didn't even flinch. Oh, we just missed the sunset. Still a beautiful pink sky. Trees are on fire. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. That would have a few people panicking. Ah. And what, my back end?
Back in like this.
Back in like that.
Right.
Oh, those vultures. Okay, I was a little bit low down. I was thinking, where are you seeing vultures? Okay, say when's good for you to see them. Lots of space, no lions, hey? There. That'll be epic if it does. Oh, look at that typical vulture pose as well. So that scene from the Jungle Book. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Beautiful, Seb. Is that vulture's pretty in pink? Beautiful. Good call. Okay, so we'll see if we can get a side view here. I think it'll actually work in our favour, smell-wise. Oh, look at that. You're snoozing on the job. Okay, is that good there? Well, I suppose it is tiring work, trying to get your way through that carcass. I think it is this cub that is actually doing a lot of the grumbling, which is quite amazing. Sorry, it was the one on the other side, which is quite amazing. That's quite a decent growl. Oh, there we go. I'm woken up. That's my pillow. Don't eat that. Yeah, Liv. Also, I've not heard the cubs growl like that before either. That's a decent growl. Hi Paula, welcome on board. Asking what age is a lion considered a grown-up? It's usually about the 18 months, 2 years old mark. That's when they potentially, 2 years old, is when they can potentially start reproducing. So yeah, from about a year onwards, usually called a sub-adult really. Yeah, I'll pull over for you. Can you get past? Okay. Thank you. Ooh, breathe it in. Yeah, you can see the cub using that rough tongue to try and work the meat from the bone, and then using the cheek teeth, the carnassials, which are the very sharp teeth, and they fit together very closely in the jaw, so they actually work against each other to keep the teeth nice and sharp. Which is why you keep seeing it use those teeth on the side. There you go. Ooh. Hi, deadhead tongue. Good afternoon to you. Asking if the cubs will get enough nutrition from the buffalo if it looks like it was in good condition itself, because obviously they've been suffering in the past couple of years from the white mussel disease, where the animals that the lions are actually eating haven't had enough nutrients themselves, so the cubs aren't getting enough nutrients. So unfortunately I didn't see this buffalo alive. I'll have to ask Tristan what he thought of them, but there does seem to be a little bit more food for them this year than there was last year. Yeah, last year Djuma went through, well, the whole country went through quite a severe drought. There was just not enough rain that fell in this area at all. So the grass that grew also didn't have enough nutrients, and unfortunately, as I say, it trickles down the food chain. But there does seem to be a bit more food. I've actually noticed the impala looking pretty well, actually. All the other antelope that I've seen actually looking in good condition, so I'm thinking the buffalo are probably in better condition this year. Aww. Now, why's your ears back? We didn't do anything. Hi, Mark. Asking if lions have baby teeth. And I believe they do. I know elephants have milk tusks, and something is telling me that they do, but maybe someone can just check up for me on that one, just to make sure. Even at this age, they're pretty strong. Not sure I'd go for an ear, but there you go. I'm not a lion. So it does smell quite a lot. I would be surprised if the hyenas haven't located this carcass, especially with all the vultures in the trees as well. But we're going to keep our eyes peeled to see if anything does come this way. And in the meantime, we can catch up with Tristan. Apparently he's bunderbashing. That definitely works up an appetite, I can tell you. We'll maybe bring him a rib back. I think Tristan definitely wins for the longest link there. That's it.
No doubt.
Game over. Bless him. Apparently he really wants the ribs for all those wonderful things he was saying. Sure. Well, thanks, Tristan. But yeah, I feel like I have been taking it easy a little bit, actually, just going from the Eddies to the Lions. Bless him. He has been an absolute gentleman. He did ask if I wanted to come up to the Lions this afternoon. So, well, not so little anymore. Fighting over the buffalo. The one has gone back to sleep on the buffalo by the looks of it. This one, we're not, it's just not entirely sure what's been spooking it, but yeah, that one. I can think of better places to sleep. Because that, we did get a bit of a whiff, and even though it has dried out a bit, there is still quite a distinctive smell to it. Let's put it that way. We're getting a little bit of growling again. Hopefully we're picking that up. I'm absolutely amazed at that growl from this little 8-month-old cub. It's just incredible. There's quite a few flies that just came out of there, sure. I'm just keeping quiet so you can actually hear that grumbling. That's really quite amazing. Flies as a side course, Jeffer. Entree. But you will actually get some animals eating the maggots from carcasses, especially bush pig. Bush pig will come into a carcass that's pretty old, eating the leftovers, if there is any, after the scavengers have come through. Also eating any of the insects that are there. That's something we don't see much of, is the bush pig around here. So yeah, I think maybe day 3 and that's going to be it. Hi Jackie. Jackie asking if it would have taken all the lionesses in the Nkuhuma Pride to bring down this buffalo. And I've seen 2 lionesses bring down a buffalo. Certainly the one grabbed hold of the throat, and then the second one lent the weight, but the buffalo wasn't a big dugger boy like this. Sorry, I just touched my hat there. But, for some of the big buffalo maybe 3 or 4 females are needed to bring it down. Just depends on the individual as well. I mean, if it's a very weak individual, then they won't need to overpower it as much as a strong individual. So this was quite an old boy by the looks of it. I think Tristan had a good look at it during the day. And he called it. He did say that he thought the lions were following him, or following the small herd. And then they caught up with them later on after they moved from Gowrie down. Really? You're going to tell your mum? I'd like to see who win that fight. Cheeky geeky miss. I think I've gotten used to the bad smells over the years. You learn to breathe through your mouth rather than your nose. Try and pronunciate. But that is the trick. And also trying to park upwind from it. So you can still hear a few birds singing the chorus as the sun has departed from the world. Hear 1 or 2 of the Cape turtle dove. Vultures are really capable of making a noise or a song, but they are able to hiss when they're around a carcass, but you don't really hear them giving any calls. We go to the one on the right, it's actually standing on the branch. Sure. Balancing act. That can't be easy. You can hear the pearl-spotted owlet calling as well. Really got a little temper on it, hasn't it? Oh, here we go. I don't know if we're picking up, there's a second lion that's the one that they're looking at now. The first lion that was calling was up to our right, so I think It's the Birmingham boys trying to locate each other. And these girls are keeping quiet. Frenzy. Yeah, try and get as much food in that belly before the boys come. Yeah, even the females are coming in, look. They are not willing to share this prize, that's for sure. Absolutely incredible. I'm so glad we got to hear the calls, because that is probably one of the most magical sounds of the bush, is hearing the lions calling. It has been a wonderful afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed the tracking as well with Tristan and all the dung as well. It's been wonderful hearing from you all. We really enjoy all your questions and comments, and to spend a day in the bush with you is just absolutely magic. With Safari Live, oh, it doesn't get much better, does it? Having lions on your screen as we say goodbye. Wherever you are in the world, take care, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, on our next live safari. But for myself and the rest of the team here at Safari Live, goodbye for now.